get to move on to our next science unit called the classification of animals. At the end of the school year, we're going to use a scientific method to study and learn more about animals. Well, remember, when you are studying something in God's world, like His amazing animals, you want to be a good scientist. Make observations. Look at the animals, study them, not just quickly, but actually really think about them. And then once you do that, you're going to want to ask yourself some important questions. That's the next step a scientist would take. So let's read some of these questions and even think of some of our own. What makes this animal different or the same as another animal? Scientists, it's important to compare and contrast animals to learn about them. Ask this question, read it with me. What do the animals look like? How do the animals breathe? Do they all breathe air? How many legs do the animals have? Good question. Do they all have legs even? How do the animals feed their babies? Wonder if they all eat popcorn. How do animals have their babies? Wow, good question. Wait, the next thing you need to do is some research. Do you see this scientist? He's made observations, he's asked questions, and now he's going to do some research. Well, the scientists have done lots of research, and we need to learn from them. We'll go on the internet and learn. We'll watch videos and learn. We'll read books and learn. We'll write things down. We'll ask good questions from others who may know more. Have good conversations. Now let's group each kind of animal into classes. Wait, what? Classes? You mean they're going to go to school and learn math and reading? No. Classes mean something different. Let's look at the huge word, the scientific word, classification. Say it 5 times with me. It's a big word. Classification, 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 classification. Well, what does it mean? Sorting animals. That's it. It's nothing more than a very fancy word that means sort them. Scientists call it classes, based on the answers to your questions, to the questions you had just asked. What is classification? It is sorting animals. How many different kinds of animals do you think there are on the earth? If we've got to sort them, we've got to find out how many there are. Wait till you see this number. 9 million animals. Actually, sweeties, there's probably more than that. Scientists haven't discovered them all yet. Well, that's so many. Let's do some pretending. Remember our gym at school? Pretend all the different kinds of animals are in the gym. Wow, that's too many to study all at one time. We'd have to sort all of them. So the first thing we're going to do is take a look at their backbones. Do me a favor. Run your hand along your back and see if you can feel your backbone. There's a fancy word called your spine. Do you have one? Yeah. Well, scientists have found out that some don't. Some animals do not have backbones. And that's the first kind of group that we're going to take a look at and actually make them leave the room. We're not going to let them stay in the gym. We're not going to study them right now without a backbone. The reason why is at the beginning of the year, we already studied insects. Insects do not have backbones. They have something called exoskeletons. And because of that, they're called invertebrate animals. I just like saying that word, invertebrate. That means they do not have a backbone. We don't have time to study the insects again at the end of the year, so we're going to not let them be in the gym. All the other animals do have a backbone, and they're called vertebrate animals. Those are the animals we're going to study, and we're going to put them in classes. Maybe some of them will go into our class. Some will go in first grade, second grade, third grade. Maybe put some in preschool even. I want you to watch a video about invertebrates and vertebrates.